Are you good?
Yeah, you can just tell me if like my boobs are hanging out because that happens sometimes. So, just let me know.
I'm sure the guys want to be commenting on your boobs.
Oh God, I don't know if I want that.
I hope you're okay with that being a blooper.
Totally fine. My tits are free for everybody to laugh at. Sorry guys, I'm ready.
1, 2, 3. Post show and tell with Dr. Ken.
Hi, I'm Joz Wang. Welcome to Post Show and Tell with Dr. Ken. I'm your host, and this is my guest co-host.
I'm Blaire Benoit, media professional, and we're going to take you through some of the details of the past episode. Joz?
So, in this episode, Ken's an expert witness. Instead of us doing the synopsis, we're going to have Albert Tsai do the Tsai-nopsis and tell you about it. So, in this episode that we're talking about, Ken's an expert witness. We see Ken getting on the witness stand.
Yeah.
And so give us the synopsis of this episode.
Well, Ken's former Community co-star, Jim Rash, he guest stars as the kind of main antagonist of this episode. So, Pat contacts Ken to be an expert medical witness for a case, but and he's always wanted to be an expert witness. So he goes and he's basically he's very cocky in being a witness, and that kind of sometimes his medical information was being doubted by the character Jim Rash plays, which is the prosecutor. No, he's the defendant's lawyer.
Right.
Yeah.
He's one of the lawyers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyway,
And in Dave and Molly and Allison's storyline, what happens is Molly wants Ken and Allison to buy her a dress for the spring formal.
right.
But Ken and Allison, they're saying, like, that's way too expensive, no way.
But then Dave gets involved,
yeah,
right?
then Dave offers to make the dress, which Molly kind of doubts. And then I say, I don't know how to make it, so I ask for Allison's help.
And Allison changes it, right?
Yeah, and she makes like the bow super big, and it ended up kind of lopsided and wacky.
But it turns out that Molly liked the dress that Dave made in the first place.
Yeah, Dave made the dress, and it turned out to be perfect, and Molly loved it. So
I love this episode because we get to see another side of Dave, right?
Yeah.
He's so multi-talented. We're starting to meet Dave's friends.
Yeah.
And, we know that, even when Dave was, in that episode meeting Molly's boyfriend, we saw him interacting with the older kids. Yeah. But in this one, we get to see another one of Dave's talents.
yeah, and there's quite a bit of physical comedy involved because I sew the sleeve to the piece of the dress,
Right.
And there's a bunch of physical comedy, and I trip and fall and.
No, is that different for you? Because we don't usually get to see you do physical comedy, at least not on this show. Your humor is a lot of the scenes is dry humor that comes from the lines that you're speaking.
Well, I think it's really cool that I get to do physical comedy, and it was really fun to perform it and test out different ways of doing it.
Now, did they have a coach for you for some of that stuff?
No, just the director and me, but the writers and Ken.
Because I know sometimes that's not dancing, but you sometimes have choreographers and different people who come in and help coach you on things like that.
Yeah, like for the mime in the pilot, a coach came in and helped me develop the choreography for that.
So everything you did, all that physical humor, was you and trying things out.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see more of Dave. I mean, I don't know, I don't have a favorite, but everything that Dave and Molly do makes me laugh, and I just think they're so much the heart of the show, the parks. Yeah.
Okay, so Marcus Ray, who plays Juan Julio, he does some lip syncing, and he lip syncs a song. I forgot what song it was.
It's the 80s song, right?
Yeah, it was some old song, but he does it in the style of Prince.
Right.
And he does this miming and with the crazy costume.
But that was the karaoke episode where they were going out to the valley to sing, right?
Yeah.
So Marcus Ray, he's so much fun.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's really great.
Now we get to see him outside of being a valet for the show.
Yes, yeah. His kind of the other side of him, basically.
But this is also the episode where there's a hint of a potential romantic storyline with him as well, right?
Yeah. Julie, because when he was like miming and doing lip syncing and stuff, he mime lassoed Julie onto stage and they started dancing. So Julie thinks Juan Julio might be interested in her, but Juan Julio later reveals that was just all a performance.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's because he gets to drive her car and he knows what a mess her her car and like, maybe life is, right?
Yeah.
But it opens the door for a possibility in the future.
Yeah.
So that was really funny too.
Yes, that was a really funny touch to the episode.
In this episode, Ken gets called into court to be an expert witness because of his medical background. Blaire, if you were called into court, what would they be asking you to be an expert on?
Oh, probably procrastination, lack of time management. No, most likely hosting, interior design, vintage furniture reupholstery.
Oh my gosh.
Anything like French. Yeah, things like that.
You sound like you have all kinds of things that you're really good at.
Thanks.
Procrastination.
I'm not sure if that's true, but thanks.
No, like, okay, I probably would be one of those expert witnesses on procrastination as well. But vintage furniture reupholstery, how did you get into that?
My mom, I started watching HGTV like before it was popular, like way before Property Brothers, like literally when they had shows on literally like pruning your roses. As a kid, because my mom was into it, my aunt was into it, and so I've just had a love for interior design and all things home for as long as I can remember. And then I kind of started, I've always been an old soul. I love Sinatra. Like, I love to do things that, like, no offense, but probably like most old white people like to do. Like, I come home and I pour myself a glass of cab and I turn on Sinatra, or like Stan Getz Pandora Channel, and like these things like feed my soul. And so I really love vintage furniture. Actually, all the furniture in my living room in my condo now is vintage. My grandmother got it when she was pregnant with my dad because it was her 5th child and he was a mistake. And she was feeling bad, so my grandfather was like, here you go, here's new furniture. And yeah, so it's from 1961. You know, I just think that things back then were made so much better than they are now. The quality, I mean, you can't go to IKEA or Living Spaces and buy a couch that's still going to be here 60 years from now, 40, 50 years from now. So I love it, and I reupholstered the pieces. And I've gotten so many compliments on it, and it actually spawned a business of mine that I started with my brother called Fresh Vintage. Fresh, obviously spelled the French way, had to. And so that's kind of the backstory.
I love the story because it takes into your family history, and you're taking what's old but meaningful from your family, making it your own, making it new.
Wait, so enough about me, Joz. What about you? What would you be an expert witness on?
Aside from Asian American-y stuff, hashtag that. I think like this thing is the photo that won't die. It's the racist camera. So I don't know. In 2009, I had posted a photo. Basically, it's a selfie. But basically, I had given my mom a new camera, and it had this new feature, which was blink detection. And so basically, if you blinked, the camera would be like, did someone blink? Right. So we're taking pictures like with my family, and like every single picture is like, did someone blink? And like, I'm sorry, we're Asian, but we were not blinking. So I took a picture of my camera.
So awful.
And I posted it online with the caption, racist camera.
Yeah.
We're not blinking, we're just Asian, right? And I wasn't really offended by it. I was just kind of like a little annoyed, but I thought it was funny. But this thing went viral, not just once, but like multiple times over the year, years. No, that was 2009, and it's gone viral several times. Like when other racist stuff happens with other cameras. So like there was an HP video camera that couldn't detect black faces. Well, then my thing came up again. So, over and over, whenever there's like racist cameras or photography things, like I get hit up by journalists and things like, can you talk about your racist camera experience? Which is like not really, I mean, it was an experience, but it's like this one thing that happened like such a small blip in my life, and yet it like resurfaces over and over. So I've been interviewed about this thing. I know like several times college students have asked to use this image and my story in their
papers and stuff.
theses or whatever. I know there's at least multiple college professors who've asked to use it in the books, and I know like I get requests like internationally, like in the Netherlands I had requests. I know like it's coming out in a arts magazine in Brazil coming up this spring.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know, like if that's something to be an expert in, I guess that's me.
That's
Versus
an area of
cameras.
expertise for sure. Any others?
I don't know, like I mean, I don't know. I don't think I'm an expert in anything except maybe wasting time or. And is that too close to procrastination? I don't know.
We can start our own channel on that. So Molly kind of has a Pretty in Pink moment, and she wants this dress and can't have it, so she has her brother try to make it. Joz, did you ever have a kind of similar experience or any time where there was something you wanted really badly?
Well,
and
there was that fake Letterman jacket that I did wear for a lot longer than I should have. You know,
a fake Letterman jacket.
yeah, what makes it fake is like one, a Letterman jacket, comes from a real school.
Right.
For one. Also, it tends to be like colors of a real school. So my school had the lovely school colors of black and red. Gorgeous. My Letterman jacket was white and orange.
Oh, God.
And, and if I was the captain of any team, I was not in varsity sports. If I was the captain of any team, it was academic decathlon and quiz bowl. So anyway, no, that was kind of embarrassing. But I did want to have a real Letterman jacket, but I did not have any way to really earn it, to be honest with you. What about you?
I don't know. I've got expensive taste. Thank you, Kim. Thanks. My mother, fortunately and unfortunately for my pocket. So,
How do you deal with that?
oh God. Well, I'm in debt. Let's start there. No. A few ways. I don't know. I mean, the dress that I ended up getting for prom, I did have altered to change it because I just always feel the need to be extravagant. And I don't know. I'm ridiculous, Joz. They really don't ask about
Okay.
that.
No, seriously. What did you do to the dress?
I made a train, a detachable train out of it, actually. It was this bronze dress, my senior prom. And the bodice fit kind of fitted, and it was kind of pleated all down. And then I had my train that I had snaps in the back of my dress, so I could attach it and then detach it when it was time to boogie on the dance floor, as if I was getting married or something. I went to prom and a phantom. I'm really ridiculous. I swear I'm not pretentious, you guys. I just like nice things. Sorry.
So in this episode with the karaoke or karaoke, however we want to pronounce it, hilarious stuff going on with the Wiltopia crew. Do you like karaoke?
I do like karaoke.
And do you have a song?
I do like karaoke. Probably what goes down in history. My undergraduate school had a business fundraiser, for the business club mixer, and so all the alumni came out, and it was costume karaoke. So naturally, my friend Jessica and I were salt and pepper, and I went in with a full spandex bodysuit. I had this red leather jacket, bamboo earrings, and there is the most epic picture of me on Facebook, on my knees, like this, singing "Push It." So
of course, the classic song.
That's probably as bad as it gets. I don't think you can get worse than that. But it was fun. It was good times.
Talking about pictures that never die, that's probably yours, right?
Exactly. What about you?
So I don't really fancy myself a singer. I really don't sing karaoke. It's actually a little dirty secret. I really don't do it at all. I will go, but I don't sing. But now, something I haven't revealed is that I actually have a newborn baby. He's 3 months old, and he's not a great sleeper. And so there's a magic song that I sing to him to get him to go to sleep. It's nothing embarrassing or anything, but the fact is that I sing this song on repeat, not joking, at least 25 to 30 times in a night. I can do it in my sleep now, and the song is Dream a Little Dream. So it's a sweet song, but it's just I never thought that I would be the one singing a song for any reason, but it took a baby to get me there.
And Joz, for whatever reason, the lyrics to that song plague me. Any way that you can remind me
Nice
What
try. Nice try. But I do think this is a good time to ask the audience. We're curious this week if, about two things. One, do you have a karaoke song yourself? And two, if you were being called into court to be an expert witness, what would it be? Let us know on social media. Tweet at us at Post Show and Tell. Like us, subscribe to us. Let us do all that fun stuff on social media. Blaire, thanks so much for joining me this week.
Thank you, Joz. Such a pleasure being here. And thank you for letting me be on the show.
See you next time.
Bye.